nation is now the ultimate power in the universe.
At last we will reveal ourselves.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You are now if you only knew the power of God's
Here it comes. Let's go.
You are now
Hello there.
Hello, all you Star Wars nerds. Welcome back to another hot episode of Lightsaber Radio. How is everybody doing today?
Hey, I'm not a nerd.
We good.
I am a Sith master. I will cut people with the lightsaber.
Okay.
That is the nerdiest thing you could have said, Kyle.
All right. Well, good deal. Sounds like everybody's in rare form today. Please, everybody, help me welcome our very special guest, Jordan. He is known as Jojo Fett on the interwebs.
How's it
Jordan,
going?
say
Hey,
hello.
how's it going?
Doing good.
Good.
Hey,
deal.
so
Good
you
deal.
wasn't able to come in last week. I gotta ask, did you have COVID?
No.
Okay. We just gotta we gotta be safe, even though we're on the computer.
Yeah, social distancing, even though we're literal oceans apart from each other.
There
Okay.
have been no tests
Hey.
that confirm or deny that it can trip through Zoom, so we don't know that.
So what do we got for today? 'Cause
Well,
Mark is over there
Mr.
messing with
Kyle,
stuff.
I'm so glad you asked. Today, we're going to be discussing a very, very nifty and action-packed episode of The Bad Batch. We will be discussing a very thin news and rumors. There's one big piece of news and then just only a little bit of rumors. Charlie is going to try to stump everybody and actually bring back her impossible quiz. She took it easy on us this past time, and
She
we're
took it
appreciative of
easy
that.
on you.
She took it easy on you.
2 weeks.
Just
2 weeks
because-
of writing these
just
questions.
because the oldest dude here kicked your ass, I don't want to hear your crap. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, you're only like
And-
a few months older
Speak
than
the
me.
truth,
I didn't know none of that.
Hey! My arthritis still let me be faster than you young
Yeah,
bucks.
that's what I'm
That's
saying.
all
You
I'm
got
going to
some
say.
fast hands.
But so we'll kick off today with Bad Batch. This episode is the first part in a two-part season finale called Return to Kamino. Basically, Clone Force 99 gets lured to Kamino because lured into a trap trying to rescue Hunter. Crosshair gets thumped yet again after double-crossing the Empire, and Kamino kind of goes bye-bye. Well, at least the
Bye-bye.
main city does. So everybody's waving bye for
Oh, the
everybody
boys
that
have
can't
got
see
so
this.
much to say.
So, who would like to start out? Okay, CJ, hit us off, dude.
Glory hog.
What an episode, for one.
Yes.
Don't hold back. Tell us how you really feel.
Two, did anybody see the nod to season 7 with the sniper shot
Yes.
in the arena?
Yes.
I lost my mind. I was
That
like,
was the coolest.
well,
my God.
when Tech nodded to Hunter, or not Hunter, Wrecker about it, and I was like, wait, is that what I think it is? And when Crosshair shot it, I was like, yeah, that was what I thought it was. What a wow. But I don't think, I'm going to say this real fast, I don't think Crosshair was trying to double cross the Empire. I think he was trying to get the boys to join the Empire, if you really listen to his dialogue.
I'm going to circle back to that in a few minutes, but why don't we kind of start out from the beginning before everybody just jumps into, oh my God, Crosshair was just so freaking amazing. So
Hey, we're a Crosshair Stan podcast, okay?
we are.
Thank you.
We are.
No.
We're trying to either kill him or Echo, but we'll get to that later too.
Leave Echo alone.
Leave Echo alone.
Leave Echo alone. Okay.
Echo's protected, okay?
Hey, you were supposed to turn on the echo part right there, Mark. That would have been awesome.
Well, I didn't want to make it harder on you, Kyle, so I'm going to leave the echo alone, at least for this part. But so Hunter is trying to figure out where they're going because we see him and Crosshair and some TKs in hyperspace. And my question is, why are they taking him anywhere? He was at a secure facility. I have a couple ideas, but does anybody else? I know, Garrison, you were next, dude. Help me with something.
No, I think we're thinking the same thing. I think they knew that they were going to blow up Kamino. I think they knew they were destroying it. So why not get them all in the same location and kill them all at the same time? Kind of like a Rogue One kind of ending, you know?
Work smarter, not harder.
But can I just say, dude, that episode from the get-go, I was like sucked in, dude. I could, like, that episode had like just such a different feel, and I was like I was into this episode. Like from the beginning, I was like, this is serious. This is game time now. You know, where some of the other episodes were filler, this was all thriller, no filler.
Bless you, Kyle.
Dude, that was good.
All right, CJ, looks like you was wanting to say something too.
I just want to give a nod to Mark real fast. He's the one that called this. He called Camino getting destroyed by the Empire. I just want to throw that nod out real fast because he called it. I didn't think it was going to happen. I saw it,
Death Star.
but he still called the whole getting destroyed thing. Me, I was like, they might just abandon Camino, like leave it alone.
Oh, no.
Nope. Mark was all set on they're gonna wipe that planet.
My joke before we came on air was that I live in a house full of women and girls and everything female. So me being right, I had to record the date and time. So thank y'all for that slight little nod. I appreciate that. That's kind of you. Kyle,
Okay,
what were you
but-
thinking, dude?
Now, here we go. What about the secret underground facility or underwater facility where they were created? Omega says that they were all there. So going back to what we talked about in some of the earlier episodes about her being completely unaltered like Boba, she had no age aggression, and because they were all there together. She's seen all of them together, and she states that. I thought that was a good tie-in to let you know why they are so important to Omega. Why she looks at them, because that's some of the first things that she had ever seen after her creation. She got to see the Bad Batch.
That's a pretty fair point. Before we get to circling back with some of the rest of the crew, let's let our guest Jordan jump in here. Jojo, talk to me. What are you thinking here?
Let's see. Some parts, I thought it was kind of, well, like I told you earlier, I kind of expected some of it.
Well, what did you expect? What did you not expect?
Well, like I said, I was not expecting at the end where Crosshair already took out his chip.
Yeah, that was definitely
That was.
like what? Wait, hold up, what? Like that kind of screwed up everything.
I'm taking that's what the scarring on his head is.
From the burn,
we're going to be taking bets on that in a little bit. We're going to circle back to that, I imagine. Yeah. What else jumped out there to you, JoJo?
Well, the part where they would sneak in, I knew there was going to have to be some kind of back passage or underwater thing to get them there.
Okay.
Then that happened.
All
I
right.
thought they were gonna Obi-Wan it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I
Hello
genuinely
there.
thought she was just going to jump into the water, and that was going to be.
Oh wow.
Follow me and just jump right out.
Charlie, I know that you were wanting to say something there too. Hit us.
Oh, I have so many thoughts and feelings. I'm just going to take over the rest of this podcast. You guys can shush.
She has spoken.
That was such a good episode. I want to take a minute to talk about the cinematography, particularly the explosion of the Kamino and base at the end. Just you felt it. You felt that sadness, that pain, that loss, the devastation. Like, this is Omega's home. This is the only home she's ever had, the only home she has ever known, and it's gone. And potentially, because it's a cliffhanger episode, it's the idea that, well, what if everyone's dead? It was so painful. It brought tears to my eyes. Like, I haven't cried at an animated show in a long time, but
Well, speaking of cliffhanger, shouldn't this kind of have been the episode 16 where it was a cliffhanger? Maybe.
That's what I was thinking. This seemed like the finale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First part to the finale, because they got to show you at least them surviving, because like right now we're all like they're dead. I mean, the whole base was going underneath the water. At the very end, the water was splashing up over it. It's like, oh man, they're dead. But they got to show how they got out. If they don't show how they got out, it's gonna be like, what the that is just
Yeah. What the bleep? What this is? This
that's
is
all
a
right. I
family
can fix that. I can fix that.
I think that.
Garrison, talk to us, dude.
But kind of what Charlie's on, like the cinematography, and they had like subtle little parts of the episode. Like if you see Tarkin going, "You might fire when ready," or when they first start coming to Camino. Did anybody else notice like the music choice when they first came to Camino?
yeah.
It was the same music as in episode 2, the first time we saw Camino in anything. So it's like full circle. The first and last time we're getting the same kind of, like the Camino music. And I noticed that popped up and I was like, no way. Oh my gosh.
Well,
Details.
that's fair. There's many details and callbacks that we will certainly discuss. CJ,
I
your
watched it
thoughts,
3
dude?
times and I didn't notice that.
Well, did you? Okay. Well, that's fair enough. CJ,
So I
talk to us,
want to
dude.
kind of go back to episodes, the previous episode of Fest. So when I'm going to say this, I don't know if anybody agrees with me.
The previous episode? What?
Hold on, and this all has to do with just how well they're doing the show and how well the graphics graphics are.
Oh, you're just mad that wasn't in it.
No, I love. No. Hold on. I'm not even gonna nod to Gregor. Don't get me wrong. I was happy to see him, but hold on. So when Hunter fell off the cliff, did anybody else get a Rambo First Blood kind of feel?
You said that last episode, yes.
Now, I understand.
We all agreed with you.
Yeah, but hold on. I'm going to repoint that because that was still my feeling on this. But
Duly noted.
When he stood up and just how the graphics were, they went super heavy realism on this. And then when you go into this one, it literally looks like a live action scene when Camino is being blown up. It literally looked like they were making a movie. That's how well everything was so well done. Like Dave is not sparing anything on this. Like
he is not playing.
Yeah, that was why I went back to the previous episode, because like you can kind of see Clone Wars through most of the season, but these last 2 to 3 episodes, it's been really, really heavy in the graphics department and the music nods and everything else. That it's just been so beautiful.
Jordan, you want to say anything before Kyle jumps in there? You look like you had something to say, bro. I said you want to jump in there. You look like you had something to say, and I know you don't have your hand raising capability before Kyle jumps in. Did you have anything? Your face looked like you wanted to say something.
Oh, someone asked me a question.
Did they?
Did they?
Yeah.
What was the question?
Someone asked me how old I was.
How old you are?
Yeah.
Okay. I think. Okay. Well, back to the episode. Kyle, go for it, dude.
So agree with me on this or disagree with me, but I think that they need. I think that they need to make a gallery episode on how they created the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
I think they really need to do that, how they did the overall aesthetics of the show and the voiceover acting and how everything fit together, because like I'm really good at noticing in animated series when somebody's talking and their mouths don't match up with the words, because this is something that I do, and it's like, oh my God, I could not find too many places in this episode compared to the rest of the episodes where I've seen a whole bunch. There was not a lot of it in this episode, and that was kind of amazing. There wasn't too many places that I could tell. I think there was a couple times when Hunter was talking, usually they're pretty good about turning the back to somebody if they don't have it really good or shifting the scene around a little bit. But this episode, they were right. They were pretty well on spot on keeping the mouths and the words matching up. They were pretty close, and that was very impressive to me.
Cool deal. Cool deal.
Okay, so we have now had 3 explicit references to Luke, Leia, and Han. I'm gonna list them. We've had Omega saying, "I still see good in him," which is a direct copy of what Luke says about Vader. We've had the hologram, which is a really lovely reference to Leia. And now with Hunter shooting Crosshair, Crosshair may never miss, but Hunter's a faster draw. We've got hand shot first.
Yes.
And I love it. I'm so proud of myself for that. I love it so much. It makes me so happy.
Well done.
Like, just coming into this episode, like I come into a lot of episodes looking for something to criticize. That's just the way I am. Right. Yeah. You know me. This one, I immediately was drawn in where I was like, dude, I forgot I was even looking for something to criticize. I just thought it was such a bomb episode. So you're not going to hear too much negativity from me for this one. Did anybody else notice that AZ droid? Like, you think he's going to be their new little runaround droid? I like him because he reps my Arizona AZ, but
he's cute. I'm such a sucker for all of the Star Wars droids. I really am.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So one quick thing, talking about some callbacks, anything, did anybody get the just chill down their spine whenever Tarkin says, "You may fire when ready"?
Yes.
Oh
my gosh. Yes. I was like, oh no. That's why I was scared. Like, as soon as he said that, I was like, dude, do they have the Death Star? Like, oh my gosh.
That's what popped into my head.
And that's another good reference that ties into the original movies, is because he says that exact same thing when they blew up Alderaan.
Big thumbs up.
Ooh.
Jordan, jump in here, brother.
Just trying to multitask here.
Trying to multitask.
That's okay. We're flexible on lightsaber radio.
Well, I'm not. I've got arthritis, but maybe the rest of you folks are. Jordan, help us out, dude. I'm drowning here, brother. What are you multitasking? Some brain waves?
All that and trying to keep up with work and paying attention to y'all.
Just to let the listeners understand, Jordan is doing the podcast while he is at work.
Jordan is my drug dealer, and everybody get your minds out of the gutter. He works at a pharmacy, and he is my and he is my personal apothecary, but I've known Jordan for about 5 years, and I can't think of one of the better friends to have. Good guy.
But yeah, it's just, I would like all our fans to like take something from Jordan. Look at that. He's at work and he's still involved.
Dedicated.
Oh, yes. We need more fans like that.
He's dedicated. He's still doing the show from work, and you won't even let us be at your wedding. You won't even do the show from your wedding. Come on, dude. What's up with that?
At least broadcasted. We can just put it on here and just.
I'm gonna be
watch
honest
it.
though. I'm gonna be really honest about that. I'm terrified of what his wife will think if we were doing that. Like if she got mad, dude, I don't want her mad at us.
Leave Addison out of this.
Yes, Addison, we do love you. Not as much as Garrison does, but we love you, and we wish you nothing but long life, happiness. Wait a second, that's another Star thing that we're not going to reference. So anyway, let's talk about Crosshair. CJ has just been bouncing up and down his seat to get to Crosshair. Go for it, dude.
Go.
Like I said, that nod to season 7 was just so beautiful. I have never been more happy for Dave Filoni to throw something like that in there and make it look so good. Like, and the fact that he's trying to get the boys to be like, join the Empire. No, stop it, Crosshair, knock it off.
Let me say something to you right there real quick. Star Wars, their writers and team from Lucas on through present day have had this trope of a superior mindset or join the dark side. Together we will rule the galaxy. Did anybody get that kind of feeling? Join the Empire. Together we can rule the rest of the clones.
Yeah, Charlie, I'm kind of surprised. Like, you talked about the nod from Luke, Leia, and Han. The nod from Darth Vader. Like, imagine what we can do together. We are so powerful
Because you're
together.
the light
Imagine what we
side.
could do. Join the Empire. Join the dark side. And so I was like, dude, that's another one. Like, I saw that so strongly.
Didn't clock that.
You were too busy like focusing on like the deep stuff that all of us missed.
All right, CJ, hit us, dude.
So what I liked about Crosshair is that you could see that he was like turning a little bit as he was talking to Hunter. And when he sent the troopers to go get Omega, Hunter's like, what are you going to do with Omega? And he's like, I'm going to send her off world and get her out of here. She doesn't need to be a part of this. Crosshair wasn't going to take out Omega. He was going to put her in a life where it was more suitable and safe for her to be a part of it.
Did you notice how, CJ, did you notice how many references that he made to being left behind or being abandoned?
Well, so I feel like that kicked in after that episode where he burned the side of his head. I feel like that's what happened to his chip is when he got hit with the starship when they were trying to remove their chips. I think that's when that happened.
So
the question truly is, did he really have his inhibitor chip removed? He just said that. We don't know that for a fact. They have not pointed that out as factual evidence yet. So I think at some point the truth is going to come out because that's what the next episode is going to do. It's going to prove whether or not, and if it is, then just Crosshairs. But
and he's with the Empire by choice. Wait. For our family member listeners, he is a bleep.
Yeah, I'll put that in there. You don't have to do that. It'll be a lightsaber or a blaster right there or something.
But to your point, though, that means he's with the Empire by choice.
I think I'm going to start using Chewbacca voice to cover up all
That's a good idea. I like that idea.
Garrison, what do you want to say, dude?
Well, no, just like with how he was talking, he's like, oh, we got to take Omega off world. He's doing such a good job of making the Bad Batch question themselves. That he does such a good job of making the Bad Batch think, oh, flip, maybe we are doing the wrong thing, or oh, flip, maybe we are keeping Omega safe. You know, he's doing a good job at really making them think. You know, he's being a good bad guy, making his viewpoint look good and their viewpoint look bad. You know what I mean? I thought he did a really good job at that, of just, you know, getting inside their heads.
That's a fair point. So would people agree, or actually, let's kind of take a quick straw poll. Who thinks that Crosshair was the star of the episode, or who thinks that Omega was the star of the episode?
I vote Omega.
Crosshair.
Ooh, we got 1 and 1. We got 3 Crosshairs, 1 Omega. Jordan, who do you think?
I think a little both.
Okay, we got 1.5 to 3.5. Okay, well now in a nod to Charlie, I can see where Jordan says a little bit of both, because as far as from the evil side, Crosshair does demonstrate that he's a good dynamic villain where he's not just completely black and white. However, without Omega's very intimate knowledge of the Kaminoan facility, then they wouldn't have even got into it. So speaking of Omega, did anybody catch her face whenever they were riding the water tube?
She was very sad. I think it's partly Hunter promised that she'd never have to go back
I don't think that's why she was sad, though.
Really?
Really? CJ, what do you think, dude?
I think she knew that the Empire was going to destroy Camino, and this would be the last time she ever sees it.
I think that's part of it.
Agreed.
Garrison, what do you
She
think?
had that. I think she had that feeling.
She had some kind of premonition. I don't know if we're going back to her possibly being force sensitive or just having some kind of.
That's what I was thinking.
Right, she has some kind of knowledge that something's about to happen to Camino, or she knows that the life that she had growing up is gone. Like all her friends, the people who raised her are gone. Camino's a different place, and so it's kind of just the loss of like. It's kind of. I think it symbolizes a little bit the loss of her innocence. Like, yeah, she's already kind of like,
That's
but it's
where
gone.
I was going. Well
Right,
done.
it is.
Well done.
It is gone. She is completely onto a new part of her life. Like her childhood is kind of ripped from her.
That's fair enough. Charlie, what do you think?
Also, did anyone catch the really chilling line about all the major scientists, the Camino scientists, have been moved off world? Anyone else?
Personnel.
All non-essential personnel or anyone who didn't comply, disposed of. That base is filled with dead bodies.
Well, but the thing though, Kyle mentioned this earlier, the Empire might think it is. I'm kind of having a little bit of a thought here because whenever they were in the underwater tube, they saw an almost entire city, to Kyle's point, underneath the water at that point. And Teg did say that none of this is showing up on the schematics.
Oh.
So maybe not as many dead bodies as we might think. CJ, what do you think, dude?
So the biggest thing is I think they whoever didn't get killed found a way to hide because like the AZ droid, he was hiding. Like, yeah, it's hard to be a Kaminoan and hide. Don't get me wrong. They're tall. Like, you can't miss them. It's like throwing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar into a crowd of people. You're not gonna miss him.
What? He's tall and bald. Is that what you're saying?
I wasn't trying to nod to that, but yeah, we can nod to that too. No offense to Kareem. Nothing but respect.
Hey, I love Lou Alcindor. Awesome basketball player, but that's another discussion for another time.
The biggest thing was now I lost it. Never mind.
That train of thought has derailed and there are no survivors. Kyle, help us out.
I'm under the impression as soldiers, and this is just something that I have seen in just about every war movie ever, that when they're shooting at you and you're next to water, you jump in the water. And they ran back in the building. I said, this got to be the dumbest thing that I've ever seen Clone Force 99 do. Why would you go back into the building that they're shooting at? Jump in the water. Into the water. I'm literally at midnight last night. My wife was trying to sleep, and I'm screaming at the TV, jump in the water. What are you doing? Why are you going back in the building? Jump in the water. Jump in the water. Oh, this is the dumbest soldiers I've ever seen. Why would you not jump in the water?
Because they weren't ordered to jump in the water. Garrison, help us out.
Dude, that killed me. Jump in the water. But does anyone else expect like something to be happening with that hidden city on Camino? Like maybe we'll have them with a small group of Saffron start rebelling against the Empire, or just some kind of resistance, or like something. I don't think they would nod to that there's a hidden city that no one knows about unless it's gonna pop up again later.
Fair enough. CJ, talk to us.
Okay, back to the crosshair thing. I know I'm going to beat this like a dead horse.
Poor horse.
That too, I guess. Fine. Horse. But so with Crosshair, you know how Hunter shot and like pretty much knocked him out. So the thing was with that was Crosshair going to look at the Empire differently now that they left him, because he was trying to hint that the Empire gave me structure. The Empire wouldn't do this to me, but you guys did. You guys were my brothers. Is he going to sit there and see that the Empire tried to blow him up and be like, yeah, I think you guys are right. The Empire is kind of messed up. Like I might just come back and kick it with you guys on.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because he made mention, he said to Hunter that you left me behind. I think that since they brought him with them, even though they didn't jump in the water, this might square Hunter's debt with him in his eyes and maybe reforce Clone Force 99, and they'll start to work on him, trying to get him to turn to the light side. Charlie.
I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at jump in the water. What if Clone Force 99's only weakness is that they can't swim?
That is very fair.
That's going to have me laughing for a while, I think.
Wow, you just killed off CF99.
Done.
Garrison.
I kind of thought, like, different from CJ, I kind of thought that Crosshair's, like, him talking about how you guys left me, I thought that was more of a guilt trip. Like, he actually didn't care. I thought it was kind of more of a guilt trip.
So he's trying to Omega them?
What's up?
He's trying to Omega them?
Yeah. I thought it was like, I thought it was him trying to twisting with them, where he's like, you guys left me. He's trying to make them feel bad rather than him expressing that he feels bad.
So normally I'm not one to sit there and talk about the guilt trip thing, because I don't think Omega's really like that. with how much we've talked about her guilt tripping people, I had to throw that subtle nod out there.
I have actually revised my thoughts on the guilt trip due to a couple things in this episode. Did anybody catch that she is older than CF99?
Yes.
Yeah.
She was made
She's
before
aging
they
at
are.
normal age, yeah.
So while they're 3 or 4 years old, she is going to be closer to Boba Fett's age. So it's not really a guilt trip if you're the voice of common sense and being the adult in the room.
That's kind of true.
Crazy to think they're only like 3 or 4. That
Jordan, I know you're working, brother, but I know you got to have some thoughts.
I was thinking of the awesome shot Crosshair did with the pistol and hitting all 4 of those targets.
That was a sick shot for sure.
it was beautifully done.
Made me think of the movie Wanted.
Yes.
Yes.
With
Yeah, that was
the
intense.
bending of
Just-
the bullet.
Yeah, and the bullet went through all of them. It was like, what the crap?
Well, I just want to know what that little eye thing was that he was shooting at.
I think it,
What was it?
mirror?
Was it maybe
A
an
bolt?
enhancer, a resonator, a bolt resonator, enhancer, something?
No.
You're just making words up now, aren't you?
No, they're actually words. I'm just using them in a different context. Garrison, save me. Save me from Charlie's wrath.
But no, kind of back to what CJ was saying. I think because originally I thought Crosshair's whole thing was just a guilt trip, trying to make the Bad Batch question themselves. But with CJ's kind of prediction, this is like a good way to kind of hint that Crosshair might be coming back, might be turning back to good, might be joining Clone Force 99 again. With how
Hunter's gonna die.
him starting to see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of scared about it now, but I do really love Crosshair, and I'd love to see him do some more sick shots. And so however they want to do that, as long as I get to see more Crosshair, I'm keen.
Fair enough. Charlie, what do you think?
I think it was last week that I mentioned that it seems to be that the Bad Batches, all of their weapons are set to stun, not kill, which is why I was shocked when Crosshair was shot, but I think it was the speed. I think it was like how quick, obviously because Hunter's got enhanced reflexes and enhanced senses. Of course he's going to shoot first. But I want them all back together again because they fought so well together. We finally got to see like them fighting and saving each other and protect. Oh,
That's fair. One of the sickest shots that, in my opinion, that Crosshair ever did was whenever they were training in front of Tarkin, he shot Hunter's knife into the forehead of that robot. That was the amazing shot. CJ, help me, dude.
It was Wrecker's knife. Let me rephrase it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It was a knife. He shot
Too
a
big to be
knife.
hunters, for one.
Why does Crosshair keep shooting Wrecker for? Like every time he shoots somebody, he's shooting Wrecker.
they have beef.
Shoots
They
his
have
knife
beef.
out his hand. Like Jesus, man, dude.
So,
Like
but
I would not want to be your brother. You just keep shooting me.
Wrecker took his rations or something.
Right. So the nod, what I was trying to get at before I corrected, sorry, Mark, was the fact that Crosshair literally, he sounded so convincing. Like it made me kind of want to join the Empire just to be in his squadron. Like how convincing he got with them. It was really good at first. And hold on, don't give me that look. For listeners that can't see our faces, Mark looks like he's about to walk away. At first, hold on, before you start yelling at me, you're turning red. You want to yell at me. So in the beginning, his convincing was good. It was like, okay, well, I grew up in a military household. Structure was always a big thing with me. And when things get like in shambles and I don't know what to do and I'm living paycheck to paycheck and I'm like not used to it, I try to form some sort of structure. Crosshair, without structure, doesn't really know what kind of person he is. He doesn't know what to do. That's why he was telling Hunter, he's like, do you really want to be out there as like a mercenary or a hired gun living paycheck to paycheck? Or do you want to work for the Empire and have stability and structure and have missions? You're soldiers. Be a soldier. Join me. And
Hey, Empire boy, you're bringing too much real life into fantasy world. Kyle, help us, dude. Set this boy straight.
So there is a lot of just crazy things going on in this episode. One of the things that got me is like Hunter stunned him and then they took him with him. Like, dude, this dude is tried to kill y'all multiple times. If I was Wrecker, I'd be like, you carry him. Like, seriously, I'm not carrying this dude. He done shot me 3 times. He ain't
That's
shoot
right.
me again.
He ain't gonna miss point blank when he's on top of me.
Like, dude, that's not gonna work for me. That's no. But I think overall, the episode led us right into where we all had been complaining about in some of the previous episodes. Like, this is not going anywhere. It's like it's just a new story, and it's not really taking us nowhere.
Same
And this
or a different planet.
This one actually took us into another direction. It kind of showed us that there is actually a finish to the story. It's just not a bunch of filler episodes that are just stacked on top of each other. But I think
right.
one of the points that caught me is that even Crosshair, for a second, he was like, he wants to send Omega away. You guys are not her parents. You guys are not her guardians. Get rid of her. That's not who we are. We are soldiers. And I think that's where Crosshair is really coming from. Let's go to the Empire so we can continue being soldiers. And that's what he wants him and his brothers to do. The other one, Hunter and Rex and all them, they don't really want to do that. So I'd say mostly Hunter.
That's a fair point. You're definitely talking about the clonanity being shown of the clones here in the episode. CJ, what were you thinking, dude?
So everybody's guns are set to stun except for Wrecker, if you think about this. Last episode, when they were getting on the ship and they were stunning people, if you watch Wrecker's gun closely, he's actually shooting these people. He's not stunning them. He is straight just going into it.
Well, I think it's probably just an easy setting, a flick of the thumb to go from stun to kill.
Well, are you talking about the on the ship when he was sitting on the ship and they were jumping, or when they were trying to get across to the ship when Omega was flying?
When Wrecker was firing?
That was a different gun. He was using the Gatling gun. I don't think he ever switched it to stun. He just started shooting. At that point, they were just trying to get him off the thing. I don't think he ever took the time to switch it over. I think that's more of a Hunter thing. Hunter's like, these are our brothers. Even though they're not Clone Force 99, they're clones. And then that's why they've been using the stun setting. Now, when it comes to the TKs, I don't think Hunter really cares. But I think at that moment, it was just that's the gun that he picked up and it wasn't set to stun yet because he just started shooting. He just picked it up and started shooting. He never messed with anything. He just picked it up, started shooting so they could get across so they could save them.
I think the last thing I got to say with this, and I see where Hunter's coming from, and Anakin says it in season 7, loyalty is everything to the clones. And that is where I see Hunter is at. Loyalty is everything. I have a shirt on the way that says loyalty is everything, and it's Ahsoka's Battalion's helmet. So I'm happy.
Okay, what was Ahsoka's battalion number here?
332nd.
There you go. There you
go. If you tie that in, loyalty is everything to the clones. If you tie that to Crosshair, it shows how much maybe he really did feel betrayed when they just left him. Loyalty is everything, and now we are on opposite sides of this war.
That's a fair point.
I think he really is hurt, genuinely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe you're right.
Jordan, talk to us, brother. You've been quiet.
But didn't he show his loyalty when he killed the other troopers to the group?
I think that might have been more of just him showing the other ones that they can trust his word, at least for now. I'm not sure if that was loyalty, because loyalty is generally built over a long period of time. He was helping out in that second just to show that they could trust his word for right then, maybe? Question mark?
I see it.
Maybe he is loyal to him. He wants them to join him. He wants them to join him so bad, I think. And that was just like,
I don't think he wants those other soldiers in his little battalion that he's running. I think he wants his brothers. That's why he was like, I could care less about these guys. I want my brothers. So I'll wipe these guys out just to show you that I am loyal to you only, and I want you on my side. I could care less about these TK units. I want my CTs.
So, 3, 2, 1. I just had a Captain moment. A quick question for you all. Would you see that this would be, since they didn't leave him in a burning building on Kamino, even though they're still in a frying pan, do you think that this would be a big turning point to where he is beginning to maybe forgive each other, him and Hunter forgive each other, and maybe wanting to rejoin Clone Force 99 because they're not leaving behind this time?
Yeah, I can see it. I see he's going to join them.
But I'm also worried that as soon as they reconcile, one of them's gonna die, and I'm really worried about that.
Okay, we already got confirmed for a season 2. Nobody's gonna die.
They should not. We're going to get into this. Right. No, let's get into it right now.
No, you're right.
They should not have done that now.
Agreed.
They should have done a teaser at the end of an episode of the Book of Boba Fett or something.
Yeah, dude.
Give us a cliffhanger.
They could have waited like 3-4 more weeks to tell us that there's another season coming.
Hold on. Or they could have done it literally after the last episode of this season dropped. That next day.
No. Yeah. You give it a little time for it. You give it a little time for it to marinate.
Yeah, I agree. You need time for it to be like, are they gone?
Yeah.
Or is this the end?
Jordan, help us out, dude, please.
Let me finish though.
Oh, you're killing
Go
me.
ahead.
You're killing me, Empire Boy. Go ahead and finish. Come on.
Okay, so the thing is I'm not saying that they need to drop, hey, season 2 coming soon. What they need to do, instead of like right after the episode being like, hey, season 2, or right before the season finale episodes, hey, there's going to be a season 2. Right after the last episode, what you need to do is drop a hint. Like, there might be something coming. Like, because Dave Filoni's really good about that. He's really good about, like, kind of giving you that, oh crap, what are we getting next kind of feel.
You drop a hint in another property.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you give it a hint. I'm not saying give me a season 2 poster.
You
I'm
said
saying,
the next day.
well, that's what I'm saying. The next day, hold on. The next day, you get a subtle hint to something. Like, he's working on more than one thing right now, Star Wars wise. We all know this. It's Dave Filoni. He runs Star Wars in my eyes. I'm just saying. But I feel like you'd get a subtle hint from him, like on Twitter, because he's really good about trolling people on Twitter. He really is, because he had that 332nd hat before season 7 even came out, and he was posting photos with it. So I could see him putting like a Bad Batch hat on, or like a shirt, and like taking a photo with like a voice actor or two and being like, oh, what a great season, hopefully we get more, something like that, to make people be like, are we gonna get another season? Dave, what's going on? Like, just make us all worried.
Okay, Jordan, please come in and rescue us, brother.
So what if this is like building up for the death of Crosshair?
Okay, so who do we think is going to die, though? I think it's going to be Hunter, and Crosshair rejoins and takes Hunter's place.
No, I
think
don't
it's
think
gonna
they'll
be
take.
Crosshair.
I don't think they'll take Hunter away from Omega.
But remember, Filoni is known for building up characters in story arcs and things like that. That way, whenever something happens to them, we feel it so much more.
Okay. Here's one for you then. What if it's Omega?
Not till
No.
next season.
No, because I think
The end
he's
of the
Rey's
Dad
mum.
Batch.
Controversial. Complete silence.
No, I think Jordan's got a point. I really think so. I can just imagine them reconciling and then something happening where they get thrown into a battle, and at the end of the battle, one of them's injured and is going to die. I can see that happening.
Hunter's going to feel bad, or Hunter's going to be the one that's going to feel the worst about it
Right.
if he's still there.
Yeah.
And maybe you got a whole second season like they're motivated by revenge or something. Yeah,
TJ,
yeah.
who's going to die?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be Hunter. I don't think Hunter will go until, like, because they were saying that there's supposed to be 3 seasons. So if there is a 3rd season, I think Hunter will go at the end.
That was a rumor. That was
I know, that was a rumor.
allegedly.
Hold on.
We
That's what
have
I'm
to
just
say
saying.
allegedly.
Allegedly, better. There's supposed to be 3 seasons. I can see Hunter going middle to end of the supposed alleged 3rd season. I don't think they're going to take Hunter out because of how close he is with Omega. I do not think it will be Echo because they already did that. I'm stuck between Tech and Crosshair.
Well, I'm thinking that it's going to, my personal thoughts, I think it's going to be Echo that dies. Just because.
Something out for that.
No,
Echo.
I don't have it. I love Echo. But number one, he's not an altered clone. He was accepted into CF99, but he was not a genetically altered clone. Number two, Filoni's not done much with him this season as far as his character growth and development. So, and I'm going back into the allegedly part here. If there is allegedly a 3rd season, then the entire Bad Batch has to die because of just the way that their story turns out. Kyle, you're awfully quiet, brother.
I don't truly think that the Bad Batch is going to have a 3rd season. I think that they're going to draw us in the 2nd season. I think that they're focusing more on the Book of Boba Fett and the New Mandalorian and some of the movies, that I don't think that they're going to spend a whole lot of time with the animated. Even Dave has said that they're trying to focus more on the live action than anime. So I don't see them taking it more than 2 seasons. But that's just my personal opinion. I could definitely be wrong on that because I never thought Rebels was going to be, 5 seasons, and it ended up being 5 seasons. So, but I don't think that they'll go more than 2 seasons on this. I just think they have way too much on their plate and that they need to focus on some of the things, because the Bad Batch is not even in the top 10 for most watched animated series or most watched series on TV, and The Mandalorian was number 1.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
I think that they're going to focus more on the live action.
That's a very fair point. Listeners, you heard it here first. Kyle's theory is that there's going to be a Rex spinoff in 2026. Garrison, what do you got for me?
No, I think Kyle's got a point. I think we're not due for too many seasons. I don't know how this is going to be a long-running show. With that said, though, what kind of ending are we expecting? What do you guys think? Like,
For next week or overall?
No, for overall, the end of the show. Do you think they're all dead? Like,
Empire
I don't
wins.
know. I think so, but I'm really sad.
I think at some point that Vader or an Inquisitor is going to be sent out to take care of them.
That's a noble
really
death.
do.
I would accept that. Vader
I don't
killing
think
him, I'd be okay with that.
I don't think that there ever going to be a point that the TKs was going to be able to take them down. They're just too good. Other clones could even take them down. I doubt Rex and them could even take them down. They're just too well diverse in what they do. I don't think that they could take them down. I think it's
Right.
going to take an Inquisitor or Vader himself to go in and take them down, because we know as they ran back into the building, they're not going to die. They're going to escape somehow, and the Crosshair is going to be like, oh, you guys didn't leave me. Maybe you guys are right, and sway more to their side. I think there's always going to be a trust issue within all of them, but I think that that's going to be tied over the next season as they lead up to the New Hope. That's what I believe. It just seems like the right thing to do, because that's the point of the Bad Batch, to lead up to New Hope.
Right.
Well, we're still 18 years away from A New Hope, though, as far as kind of canonical timeline.
Now, you got
Garrison.
16 series or 16 episodes. It could be one episode.
That's a bunch of time skips, though. That's a
We might have
bunch
a
of
time jump,
skips.
or what I think might be like a good way to end it is they kind of get a little happily ever after, like they escape to Alderaan. So it nods like, yeah, they're all gonna die on Alderaan,
That would be
but
dope.
they have like maybe they go to like train like rebel recruits on Alderaan, or they escape and they're taking care of Omega on like something to do with like they make it to Alderaan, and then it's a happy ending, but it's really short lived.
All right, CJ, last word on this, brother.
Do we see a Clone Wars Obi-Wan as a subtle nod?
Possible.
Like they go to Tatooine for some reason, like they hear about Boba for some reason in season 2. I'm going into season 2. They go to Tatooine because they hear about Boba Fett because he's being that bounty hunter that he is. And we run into an Obi-Wan, just a subtle like background walk by or something like that.
I would lose my mind.
I
I would lose my mind.
I think that they could even bring Obi-Wan into the season or into the series at some point, because it would lead us into the Obi-Wan story or the Obi-Wan.
I got chills.
live action.
That's the whole. I got chills.
Okay, so I know that we are pontificating about what's going to happen next season. Why don't we each do one thing that we expect or are looking for out of the season finale next week? Garrison, go.
Oh,
One
dang, you
thing.
gotta give me time to think, huh?
Okay, CJ, go. One thing.
My statement real fast. If we remember in Rogue One, Bail Organa sat there and stated that Obi-Wan has helped before. We need to get Obi-Wan involved, and that's what led up to A New Hope. 2, my speculation that's going to happen next season. We going to see Obi-Wan sometime.
Next episode.
Next episode?
Yeah. One thing for next Friday.
I think Crosshair realizes the Empire turned on him, and he joins the Clone Force 99 a bit again.
Change of heart. Okay, that's CJ's. Well, somebody needs to write this down. That way we can go back and see.
I think, we can always go back and see. This is
fair enough.
We can just listen to the episode again.
Yeah, fair enough. Kyle, what's your one thing?
I think personally that they're going to find out that Crosshair actually did have his chip removed, and this is just who he is. I think that when they're at some point in the next episode, they're going to scan him and figure out that Crosshair is just.
Fair enough. Charlie, your one thing.
Oh god, my mind's gone blank. Hang on.
Garrison, your one thing.
So I think you're gonna see. Now that I had time to think, I think you're gonna see something with the regular clones. You're gonna either see them what has happened to them. I think.
Okay, Charlie, your one
That
thing.
was it. I want to see Omega's force powers. There we go. I'll stick it out there. Why not?
Fair enough. Jordan, do you have one thing that you're thinking that we're going to see next Friday in the season finale?
Well, the thing I said earlier about, I'm still going to go with Crosshair going out.
All right, so we got a bunch of crosshair
That's
stuff.
fair.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
My one thing is I think that everybody is about to die, and either Rex or Rex or Wolf comes in to save them.
I would lose my mind to see Wolf.
Good point.
That's-
I think
that-
we'll see one of them.
Oh man.
That because they can't get to their ship, I'm assuming, because of that building that the underground tube to their ship was destroyed. So either that or they're going to be in a bunch of mazes to figure out how to get back to their ship. But I'm thinking we're going to see either Rex or Wolf, because in Rebels we see Rex, Wolf, and Gregor together, and we got to have a tie-in somewhere. And CJ is pointing to a little diminutive little Wolfie. Fair enough. Okay, so I believe that we have beat the Bad Batch like CJ's poor horse. I believe it is time now. What are you? What? Your dead horse. It's dead. Don't stop beating it, dude. It's now time for news and rumors. So, who's got what? CJ.
Okay.
Oh,
damn it.
CJ has hand up first.
No,
Sorry.
No, let Charlie go.
Charlie.
Okay.
It's gonna hurt me in the quiz.
Okay, I'm going to have to talk about it because we talked about it last week. So Disney have released the prices for their Galactic Star Cruiser hotel.
I'm too poor to go.
I think we all said shut up and take my money. I didn't think we meant maybe this much money.
How much money is it?
For 4 guests, so 2 parents and 2 kids, for the entire voyage, $6,000.
I thought that was just for 2 nights.
Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, I thought it was for just for 2 days.
It is for 2 days, yeah. The whole tour is 2 days, and it's $6,000 for 2 days, and that includes.
That's astronomical.
That's $120 per person.
That
per
is
hour.
that is just the ride. That's not the park. That's not anything else. That's not any other hotels. That is literally the 2-day experience.
I'm too poor to go.
It doesn't include like Disneyland or anything?
Nope. And for our UK listeners, that calculates out to about £4,800. So you're looking at about $5,000 for a family of 4.
And that doesn't include food. That doesn't include travel.
But
I'm pretty sure it includes food.
I did want to make the point that so this is the closest thing I think we will ever get to experiencing the movies. It is a completely all-inclusive, submersive experience. There are actors on that floor 24 hours a day. There is lighting, effects, computing, building, planning, music, set design. The amount of work that has gone into it, I have to admit, I understand the pricing. And this is only initial pricing. Once Disney realize that not everyone can afford this, I guarantee you the prices will drop. There'll be bundles available, packages, giveaways.
Even going to be Jedi's on there that I can go kill.
Anything you want.
Well, speaking of Charlie's point, though, right there, even one of their own execs, whenever this report came out, says this seems like it's a bit too pricey.
Well, it's the big mouse. They've got to make the money.
It seems excessive, dude.
Jordan, what were you wanting to say there, brother?
When I was looking at it, it said it came with 2 tickets to go to Hollywood Studios.
Okay, which are worth about $75 a piece. I mean, does that really
justify 2
justify?
days? 2 days worth of tickets.
But does that justify like $6,000?
Oh,
though?
no.
I mean, it hurts my heart. I mean, I can buy 2 cars for that.
Yeah, this is the thing. You're looking at least a couple of grand for the initial holiday, including sort of accommodation, transport, park tickets, fast track passes, money for buying stuff. Because who doesn't want to go to Disney and buy things?
And they're $20 giant turkey legs.
Don't even get me started. The amount of my parents' money that I spent at Disney, aged 9 years old.
I love the way that the people in the UK say holiday. It's a holiday, like, and we say trip. Like we're taking a
vacation.
Or vacation.
Yeah,
they say a holiday. I'm like, oh, we have a Christmas. It's Christmas time.
I agree.
I love the fact that they say Happy Christmas instead of Merry Christmas. So it's just UK people are amazing for the most part.
Oh, thanks.
Unless they're saying
quit kissing
you may
ass,
fire
it ain't gonna let you win.
No. Unless they're saying you may fire when ready. That's my only thing.
Thank you.
CJ, what you got, brother?
I have 2 things I want to throw out there. One, IGN is supposedly, and I don't know if Garrison's heard about this either, is in development of a remake of Knights of the Old Republic.
What?
Didn't we talk about that last episode that it wasn't going to ever happen again?
We talked about Knights of the Old Republic. We didn't talk about a remake through IGN. IGN is very well known. They had a part in blank there. Jedi Fallen Order.
He's saying it's
Instagram
Network.
I was going to be like, hell no.
The Minecraft version.
Right. They had a part in Knights of the Old Republic. They had a part in both the Force Unleashed games. They had a part in all the Battlefronts. For them to sit there and open, I don't know if it's like it's on IGN. I just saw the news literally like in the middle of our arguments on who's getting taken out from Clone Force 99. IGN is reportedly, and this is an alleged thing here. I don't know all of it. IGN is not really dropping a lot on it. They've been hinting towards it. They're going to remaster or remake it. If they remake it with today's graphics, that game is going to be 40 times better than the original. Don't get me wrong, I love the original. original. I have the original. I have it on my laptop and my Xbox. But if they use today's graphic
Look at that
cards,
flex.
oh man. So I would love that. Second thing, did anybody else see that photo of Mark Hamill in his Return of the Jedi outfit? Anybody?
No.
Beautiful.
He's holding Grogu in his Return of the Jedi outfit, and it is the most tear-jerking thing I have seen in the last couple weeks. It has.
It's moved you.
Yeah.
For the podcast listeners,
getting emotional just
he's actually tearing up.
Like, you gotta think, I grew up, like, I didn't watch 1, 2, and 3 when they came out, because they came out when I was growing up. I watched 4, 5, and 6 first. I was more of a Han Solo and Boba Fett fan.
Boba Fett?
Boba Fett. Slave One. Okay. Did I beat you to it again?
Y'all gotta stop doing that to Mark, man.
Damn
Y'all
it.
are making him upset.
I was banned
He gonna
from
cry.
doing it. I was banned from doing it, and it's
Yep.
thrown in my face every time. Listen here, I'm just glad you didn't oversleep. Keep going.
We thought you overslept. We thought you were pulling a CJ.
No, I've got computer issues here. My computer's a piece of trash.
But
Why the bad British accent? What did I do to
No.
you?
That was my New Zealand accent.
that was very British sounding.
Yeah, no.
Okay, how about this? My computer's a piece of trash. How about that? You want to just go all kind of Southern on you? You want me to go some neck red on you? There you go.
Neck red?
But no, I saw this photo and it just reminded me of seeing Luke in that outfit in episode 6. And it like when he walks into Jabba's palace and you see him as the Jedi we all wanted to see when we first started watching it. And when I see him old, I'm not gonna call him old because he is aged so well. He's got a dad body.
How about this? Instead of saying old, say classic.
Oh, yeah.
No, he aged like fine wine. Okay, him and Harrison Ford both. And I don't care what people say. I have seen some actors age terribly.
Man crushing.
I'm sorry, I dressed up as Luke Skywalker a few times just because I thought Mark Hamill was the best looking character on the movie. Just saying.
I
Oh,
kind
you did that
of
just
thought
because you was
Leia
as short
was.
as he is.
I'm talking about male, not female.
Okay. So.
Yes, female?
Hey,
Yes.
don't be genderist here.
You know
Paul
what?
Garrison's had his hand up this entire time.
I know. I'm just waiting
No,
on
no, no, no. My hand's up for the next rumor or news. Keep going. We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
Mark Hamill with that photo, like I said, just brought a tear to my eye. It just made me feel like that 7-year-old kid sitting in front, popping the VHS in, and actually watching Return of the Jedi.
Fair enough. All right. Come on with it, G-Man. What you got?
All right. Before I go on to, does anyone else have anything to say about that before I go into the next piece of news?
No, I think,
No.
I
Okay,
think
we're good.
CJ pretty much said it all.
Ouch.
He does good. He does.
He does well, yes.
So back to the, I guess, video game department. Some news that I found is apparently there's a game called Star Wars Hunters coming out. It's supposed to be mainly for Nintendo Switch. It's more of a small scale, like third-person
Hello?
shooter. But
I love the Switch. It's my favorite console.
yeah. So that's what I was like. But unfortunately, Charlie, you're not gonna like this. It's been delayed for a little bit
Ah.
because EA, the developer, apparently in a recent, this is according to StarWarsNews.net, EA in a recent conference call to investors, they said they're going to focus a little bit more on Jedi Fallen Order 2.
That's fair.
I'm
So-
totally okay with that.
Yeah, I agree with that bet. I like Jedi Fallen Order. I'm excited for it, but
Yeah.
we still probably won't see it until next year or the year after.
Does anybody want a Bad Batch video game?
Yes.
Really okay with all the video games because I don't play them. So whatever comes out works for me.
I think if they do make another Battlefront, putting the Bad Batch in there would be golden.
Yes.
That's fair. What else you got for us, Garrison?
That's all I have from news besides what some of you guys are going to.
Fair enough. That's fair. Kyle, hit us, dog.
Okay, so this is gonna go to all the toy lovers. And this was just released literally 16 minutes ago.
Oh,
Womp, womp,
Is it
womp.
is it wrong? Am I wrong? Because this just popped up on my computer screen.
Nope. I just got the notification too. You're right.
yeah.
How do you get notifications for this? I want notification.
Yeah, where's my Star Wars notification?
But Hot Toys has revealed a Luke Skywalker action figure from The Mandalorian Season 2, the de-aged version. The figure also comes with a Grogu, or Baby Yoda, as I call him. I don't care what y'all say about Grogu. That's an ugly name. Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
And an LED lightsaber, and has battle damaged Dark Trooper with it. This all
Shut
comes
up
in
and
one
take
pack.
my money.
It is
Just
a
not $6,000 worth.
It is a 1.16 scale Luke Skywalker deluxe version collectible figure.
Do not take my money because I need to save for the Disney trip.
You can't have none of my money.
Disney
until-
holiday.
Well, how about this?
Quit making her mad. She's gonna make the questions harder.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Holiday is the correct terminology. I was wrong. All right, you're right.
See, every time that she says holiday, I'm thinking of the 80s Madonna song, Holiday, it would be so nice.
Okay, that was just all your other impressions are very well. That was terrible. You are a terrible Madonna.
Thank you. Charlie, please save us.
Okay, so Star Wars have teamed up with Bandai to release R2-D2 Tamagotchis. I have bought one. It is on its way. I'm so excited.
Okay,
Little bit of that retro vibe for any listeners who used to have them as a kid. I did, and all of them died.
you're going to have to do an unboxing on our IG.
I will do.
Fair enough. So, do we have any rumors? We've said a lot of news. Nobody said it. Oh, yeah, we did. Never mind. All right.
Oh.
So, yeah, I just did a whole thing there.
Dramatic right there.
That's that CRS. That was that CRS disease because I'm so old, even though my arthritis kicked y'all's tails last week in the quiz. CRS, can't remember stuff. And for everybody over 21, you can change out a letter if you like. Anyhow, anybody have any rumors or allegedly? That was my Austin Powers. How was that?
That was pretty good.
Okay.
I like
fair.
that one.
Been a slow week, at least on my end. I haven't seen much or heard much apart from like season 2 being confirmed, but
Fair enough.
Most of the stuff that showed up on the news that I've seen was just the how much it costs to go to the Disney.
yeah.
That's everywhere.
Yeah, I
that's
think
the
we
big
just
news
kind of
right
hit
now.
that and was just shut off at that. Just I saw the number and I'm like, nope, not going to happen. Sorry, I can buy 2 cars for that, but you know.
Oh, here goes a little bit of news. I don't know if it's so much Star Wars related, but it does about Adam Driver that Quentin Tarantino wants to cast him for his last movie.
thank you, Mr. Tarantino. I appreciate it.
Because Quentin Tarantino's only doing 10 movies and he's at 9, so he's only doing one more. And he said in a report that he wanted Adam Driver to be in his movie. So I thought that was kind of cool.
I would love that.
Very cool.
I think he would play a great bad guy. He did in 3 movies. So
Very cool. So somebody's going to have to help me out with this, but we on our socials, I'm going to try to figure out, or maybe Charlie can help me figure out, or anyway. But the video that was circulating through the group chat of Kylo singing to Rey was amazing. It was amazing. So
and somebody sent me that. I don't even know where it's come from, so I didn't know how to give credit to whoever it was. I mean, I guess it's in the little thing when it popped up, whoever made it. But I was like, somebody sent it to me. I was like, this is dope, man. Charlie would love this. This is like Charlie right here. This is all Charlie.
It was amazing.
there are 5 or 6 really good parodies out there, and got to give much love to Weird Al for starting it with The Saga Begins. Great video.
If I
from
remember
back in the day.
correctly, that was done entirely through research on forums, and it was all predictions and rumors. None of it was actually true, and it was released before the film came out, but it ended up being pretty much all true.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was just amazing. So, any more rumors? Any more news? Jordan, I know you've been busy, brother, trying to multitask, but do you have anything for us? Jordan has gone bye-bye. He heard the $6,000 for 2 nights and just fell out into the
He's gone.
floor. Poor guy.
He's working. Leave him alone. He is at work. The man is dedicated. Leave
Okay,
him alone.
Saving that money.
I do have one thing.
The man's
I do
going
have
to
one
need
other
you back
thing.
for the quiz.
I have seen him work. What he does, he isn't working. Jordan, love you.
So,
All right, so it looks like Jordan is back from his gab break with some of his customers. Do you have anything for us in news and rumors, or any comments about stuff before Charlie literally obliterates us? He's shaking
Not that
his
I know
head
of.
no. Well, we know you've been busy and been at work. We appreciate you joining us today, dude. We hope that you've enjoyed it at least, even though you haven't really said much. See, that's how we know Jordan is smart. He doesn't talk a lot.
He just listens.
Exactly.
We appreciate that.
Exactly. All right, so
Just wonder, next time I won't be at work, so
fair enough. All right. Well, if everybody's ready, I believe it's time for
Oh, here we go.
Charlie's Impossible Whip.
And
So-
the only rule is, remember, whenever she says,
Whatever I say goes.
no, you're lying. You're
I have
lying.
spoken.
I have spoken.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Whatever you say is on Google, right?
Yeah, but no cheating. I'll know if you're cheating. Since we have such a huge Boba Fett fan with us, all of these questions are Boba Fett related. Are we ready?
I'm toast. I'm toast.
You're
I'm
toast.
done. It's going to be between CJ and Jordan. I'm done.
And remember, rule is you must raise your hand.
You have to stick your hand up, and if I see you, then I pick you. Question number 1. Fett is derived from the Mandalorian word vet. What does it mean in the Mandalorian language? Mark?
Ruler.
Huh?
Ruler.
No. If anybody wants a clue, Boba Fett's crest. There's a clue.
Boba Fett's crest,
Yeah, his family crest.
Is it the feather?
No.
bounty hunter.
No. Oh God, you guys are rubbish. It means farmer. That's
Yeah,
originally
really?
what his family were. And there's there's an ear of corn on his.
Yo, farmer, slave one.
Right. Question number 2.
That's how the farming was getting done.
After
That's
leaving,
scary.
shut up. After leaving the Sarlacc pit, Boba buys a new ship. What does he call it?
Jordan, speak.
Hello? I lost it.
You lost it. You're gonna absolutely kick yourselves. Anyone got any guesses?
Slave one.
Mark?
Slave 2.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Total guess. Let's go. Yes, Mark. Yes.
Yes.
So now I've got something new to yell. Slave 2.
Number 3. Where did the character of Boba Fett make his first public appearance? CJ.
On the there's a special. I can't remember what it exactly was. It was the Wookiee something. It was his
No.
first. What?
No.
It was a toy
Mark?
originally.
The 1978 holiday special.
No. Joe.
Was it a cartoon? It was a cartoon from the 70s.
No. You need to listen to the question. Where did he make his first public
Oh.
appearance? CJ?
Are we talking about like in person?
Yes.
Disney Celebration.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I thought we were talking about on.
So I wrote this in because it's a real technicality. Boba Fett's first public, in costume appearance before he appeared in this holiday special was at the San Anselmo County Fair in September 1978.
What the
How are
hell?
we supposed to know that?
He was wait, it gets better. He was played by Dwayne Durham, who would go on to direct 2 episodes of the Clone Wars, and he was also the voice of Boba in the animated special.
Jordan, you're supposed to be the Fed expert. Come on, dude.
I knew I'd get you. Question number 4. In a possible early attempt at renaming Boba Fett's ship, what did the 2015 Ultimate Star Wars Guide call Slave One?
Boba Fett.
G-Man?
Boba Fett starship.
No.
It's Lego.
I know. I was about to try. They
Kyle?
didn't call it slave one. They're wrong.
Go on then.
The Trapper.
No, it was renamed Clone One.
Clone One.
Yeah,
That's
But he
terrible.
wasn't a clone.
I know.
What the
Clones
hell?
are
I know.
slaves.
Wow.
Up until the reveal of Boba Fett's true identity, there were some wild fan theories, some of which were even perpetuated by the actors themselves. Who did Mark Hamill suggest Boba Fett might have been? Josh? Jordan even, sorry.
It was his mother.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
It was whose
Mark
mother?
Hamill suggested that Boba Fett might be Luke's mum.
Oh, it was Padme?
Yeah, why not?
Wow.
It was Padme?
Boba Amidala or Boba Madala.
Question.
Amidala.
Question number 6. Leading on from this, when Lucasfilm were unhappy with Boba's depiction in the Young Jedi Knight book series, who did they retcon into wearing his armor?
I know this.
We talked about it last episode. It got mentioned.
Yeah. And I don't.
Okay, say the question again.
When Lucasfilm were unhappy with Boba's depiction in the Young Jedi Knight book series, who did they retcon into wearing his armor? CJ?
Are you talking about originally wore his armor or wore it after he wore it?
They changed it. It was adjusted. The armor was given to somebody else.
His daughter.
Yes.
Nice.
Can you tell me what her name is?
Nope.
Boba's daughter.
Can anybody tell me what her name is for a bonus
Slave
point?
3.
Slave 3. Garrison, you're completely wrong, but for how funny that is, you can have a point.
Nice.
Get out of here.
She's taking pity on you because you're getting married next week.
His daughter's
Yes.
name was Eileen Vell.
See, I had the first name. I just knew you weren't going to give me another point if I didn't have the last name.
This is a bit of a spicy one, and I think this might cause a bit of controversy. Which famous director is responsible for the original design of Boba Fett's armor?
George Lucas.
No. No. G-Man?
I think Mark had his hand up first.
Go for it.
I'm Steven
I'm
Spielberg.
gonna go with Garrison because that's who I noticed. I'm so sorry, Mark.
No, you're good. I don't know. Steven Spielberg.
No. Mark?
Either Stanley Kubrick or Woody Allen.
No.
Far out.
Irving Kershner?
I'm just throwing out a name. I just threw out a name.
Well, I was thinking
feel
of controversial directors.
Jordan, do you have any guesses?
I do.
JJ Abrams.
You do not. Joe Johnston. Fair enough.
Crickets.
Absolute crickets.
I don't even know who that is.
This is my favorite question. What is the disturbing origin story behind the braids on Boba Fett's armor? CJ?
They are locks of hair from, I want to say Jedi, but I don't think
Yes.
they're Jedi. I think, yes, okay,
Yes.
cool. Because there was another thing I had read.
It's Jedi and Wookiee, so
Yeah, I
either
was
would
gonna
have been
say,
correct.
There was one thing I read that it was Wookiees, and then another thing said it was Jedi.
Oh,
Yeah, it's theorized that he rips the braids out and scalps Wookiees to make those braids.
Yep, cool.
And that's
Oh,
dark.
oh! How many actors have played Boba Fett in the films? CJ?
3.
No. Garrison?
Oh no,
4?
No. CJ?
I'm gonna go with 5. I'm miscounting somebody. I don't know if I'm missing anybody else.
You are correct, but
thought
it
it was
depends. It depends if you choose to count. There's one other person who may potentially be considered part of this. It's 6 or 5, depending on how
that's
you
what I
look
was
at
thinking.
it.
I know there was one that was a
Yeah.
ish.
Yeah, that's what.
Because
That's where
wasn't
I
he
was
only
at.
in like one scene and then he got
in-
fired or something?
No, in The Empire Strikes Back, it's a voiceover. So
Yeah.
it depends if you want to count that voice actor as Boba Fett or if you want to count it as. But physically, 5 people have been in
Voice-
the armor.
We recognize voice actors. We like them. They
Okay,
count.
yeah, fair. Ooh,
Because an actor is an actor is an actor.
when was the official rocket firing Boba Fett figure released?
Crickets?
No, no. I had it too.
Jordan?
Is it 76?
No. CJ?
74.
No.
Are we?
Garrison?
Okay, y'all are way off because it was Star Wars,
87.
No, you are so off. All of you are way off.
No, it was recent.
Mark?
02.
Oh, you're so close. It was in 2000. Garrison?
Oh, I was going to say 2003.
No, it was released in 2010 by Hasbro officially because
Oh,
the actual
wow.
the rocket firing toy was never put into production. There were only like a couple of models of it. It
I
was
was
never
thinking of the
officially-
models. I was thinking of the
No.
models that you. Okay.
No.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting our tails kicked. Jordan,
That's pretty good.
save us,
There's
dude.
so I've got a few more. You're not done yet. What's the name of the weapon that Boba hides in his gauntlets, and what makes them so formidable? Garrison?
The flamethrower?
No, these are mentioned in Mandalorian very, very briefly.
Oh.
CJ?
The Whistling Birds.
No,
Am I close?
no.
Oh, okay.
They are in his gauntlets. He uses them to fight.
They're not the blades, are they?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. I see it.
You got that. Yeah.
Mark's in there with his hand up.
Sorry, Mark.
Mark, I'm so sorry. Can you
It's
tell me
okay.
what makes them so special?
They're electrified.
Close.
Acid.
CJ? Actually, no. Kyle.
No, CJ had his hand up first.
No,
Okay.
Kyle, go.
They're retractable.
No. They're strong enough to withstand a lightsaber blade.
Yes, they are Beskar. Also, you will see them originally in Attack of the Clones because they were originally Jango's gauntlet.
Yep. Oh, this is a really interesting one. In the comics, Boba Fett has a Wookiee companion. Can anyone tell me what his name is?
Oh,
He's the bounty
about him
hunter.
last week.
Garrison?
Oh no, Slave 4? I'm just going to stick with this Slave thing.
Instead of just adding yours.
No. Not allowed. Does anybody have any guesses? Because
I
I'm
know
going.
what his name is.
It's like
I'm- Kyle?
Shakira or something like that.
Shakira.
She's a
Shakira,
South American
Shakira.
singer.
It's like a SH sound. It's like a sound or something like black so or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm going to give Kyle the point because you were really close. A black chrysanthemum.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Chrysanthemum, yes.
I just thought of it.
In the original novelization of Empire Strikes Back, which was released before the film came out, what color was Boba Fett's armor? Jordan.
Was it white?
No.
No.
No. Mark.
That was black.
Concept.
No.
I thought it was green.
Garrison.
Silver?
Yes.
Oh, G Money.
Nice. The prototype was white, then in the novelization it was silver, and then in the film it was retconned to be like green, red.
It's current.
I think that's it. The rest of them are so. The other two are so wildly obscure that it just seems unfair at this point.
I appreciate
Might as
you.
well. Go ahead.
Might as well. Who's responsible for the design of Slave One?
Like in like
In the
like
universe?
real life,
The
or in
actual drawing, real life
Oh, okay,
designs.
okay. That say the Joe Johnston guy.
No, no.
Slave 5.
Try because Slave 5.
Mark Hamill.
No, a guy called Nilo Rodis Jamero.
Nope.
And what real life items are responsible for the iconic sound of Slave One?
Oh, the that you talking
Yeah.
about the thing makes that sound.
Yeah.
A saw.
If you guys are into like your folio and what objects make other sounds,
A saw.
no,
Didgeridoo.
a didgeridoo. There are
He's
two
just
things.
going for comedy points at this point.
Yes.
He's doing good though. He's really doing good on that.
There are two individual components, so I'll award points if anybody gets remotely close.
Is it like a steel sheet that they kind of like?
No.
No.
Is it a vuvuzela?
No. Surprisingly, you'd think
A
that would
kazoo.
work. No.
I have no idea.
Does everybody give up? It is a trumpet wine mixed with the horn of a 1971 Dodge Duster.
Hey.
Are you
Never
flipping
guessed the
kidding
Dodge
me?
Duster. That's awesome.
Are you
Wow.
flipping kidding me?
No, genuinely a trumpet wine and a 1971 horn of a Dodge Duster.
Okay, the trumpet wine I can see, but a Dodge Duster?
I don't
I
know
know.
what a trumpet wine is. You know, I know the Dodge Duster is. I used to own one at one point, but a
Okay.
freaking what is
Aw,
a trumpet
thanks,
wine?
guys. That was really fun.
Great.
I
Great
swear
job,
you
Charlie.
like find questions that there's like, dude, don't nobody in the world know.
Well, the
this
thing
shit.
is,
Like,
she doesn't find them. She writes 90% of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's
not
her,
fair.
that's her
You
magic.
creating answers. It's not the truth.
Jordan,
I
help us
win.
out. Actually, I think she wins.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think from what I totted up in my head, it's a rough tie between sort of CJ and Mark. I think Garrison got a couple. I think Kyle got one. I think
I only
Jordan
got
got
one.
a few.
Did I get one? I didn't think I got one.
I only got one.
I
I got
four.
one real one, and then I got a funny one.
Oh my God, I think CJ wins.
I got 4.
Oh, damn.
Oh, that's my guy. As you can see, I'm wearing the hat
I don't have a hat to tip, but
in the shirt. I got this.
I am
little
extremely
shirt.
proud that I have managed to stump our guest because I was convinced he'd know the answers to all of them.
I thought I was.
I'm sorry, Jordan. I didn't mean to give you such a hard time. I'm also sorry for getting your name wrong.
It's okay.
So, Jordan, what'd you think about hanging out with us crazy nerds?
I enjoyed it.
I'm glad.
Well, we're going to have you back sometime whenever you're not at work down the road.
That's my new Sith name. My new Sith name is Nerd Slayer. Nerd
Whoa! Wow.
I don't think that should be.
I don't really
appreciate that name.
Jordan, we'll definitely have to have you back whenever we go live. That way you can do some cosplaying with us, dude.
Well,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
She didn't ask. That's one question I was looking forward to.
What's that?
She didn't ask what person George Lucas wanted him to be.
Oh, I didn't find that in my research. Please tell.
It was Anakin's brother.
Oh,
And everybody's just like, what? Anakin has a brother?
Anakin had a brother? Yeah.
an interesting choice.
So it was going to be, from my understanding, because Jordan and I talked about this a couple days ago, it was going to be retconned into the story that that Anakin had a brother. Since and I'm not sure why George didn't go with it, but it was going to be a major retcon twist, kind of like the fact that Darth Vader was Luke's father type of twist. So
But then
And
that
then
would have
Darth
been.
Vader talks.
Nah, I'm just here for Padme Fett, to be honest.
Padme Fett.
Yep.
Yes.
But like I said, the way Darth Vader talked to Boba Fett in Empire, like no disintegration. Like it's kind of a big brother, like, hey, knock it off. Like
That's
I've done this before.
that's fair. That's
Mom's
fair.
gonna be mad.
But then
Knock
that
it
would
off.
mean that Boba Fett would have had to been force sensitive. Well, I guess not. Well, yeah,
Not
no.
really.
That would
Fair
have kind of
enough.
been crazy if Boba Fett could have used the force. Couldn't nobody stop Boba Fett if he could have used the force. That would have been an
He would've
ultimate.
went into the Sarlacc pit.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the Sarlacc pit didn't even beat him. He's the only person to ever get out the Sarlacc pit. Everybody else just died. He just dissolved.
Do you guys know how he got out of the Sarlacc pit?
He took
So
his armor off
basically-
and crawled out.
Yes.
He,
This is one Jordan can answer. Go for it,
there we go.
JoJo.
Go.
Yeah, let him have this.
He was inside of the stomach and he blew it up from the inside out.
Ah, that's not
in the
what I
books.
read.
Well, I listened
I
to
read
the.
that. So when you're eaten by the Sarlacc, you develop a telepathic connection with it. Like your kind of essence stays within the Sarlacc. And Boba Fett somehow made a connection to it and used that as part of his escape. He also blew it up from the inside out, but he also used the telepathic connection he developed with it for it to let him go.
From what I
Who
remember
knows?
in the books,
That might just be like a comic retcon. Who knows?
We'll find out in the
Did y'all
book of
ever
Boba
listen
Fett.
to the
Yeah.
in
Bounty Hunter Wars?
in the Bounty Hunter Wars, in the books, he's it says that
Yes.
he blows him up from the outside, then he crawls out, and then he has to come out of the armor because the stomach acid is still dissolving him in the armor.
Speaking of Bounty Hunter Wars, there's supposedly like a huge crossover of bounty hunters versus bounty hunters. What's the other universe that we're getting bounty hunters from versus like the Star Wars bounty hunters? I've heard it recently. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Okay, that's going to be some research thing. What you got, Sage?
So I want to know. I'm kind of pulling a Garrison on this. I'm going to joke around for a second. I wonder if the Sarlacc has an egg, and like when they were going through trying to find an egg from the Sarlacc's like carcass, like you know how they wanted the Mudhorn egg, and then the Tusken Raiders wanted the Crate Dragon. I want to know if there was like an egg in the in the Sarlacc pit, and you hear all the Jawas like partying, and then they're like,
I don't want to think about any more Sarlaccs than one Sarlacc.
If you go back to the Kenobi book, they talk about the Sarlacc pits.
Yeah, the one that they were at in
Field of
6
Sarlacc.
was the Great Sarlacc Pit of
Yeah.
Carcoon. So
Yeah, it's just that. If you go, I listened to the Kenobi book not too long ago, and like there's this chick that owns this cantina or whatever store, and her daughter takes off on it's either a speeder or some type of animal. I can't remember which one. And she's flying across this thing, and her mother's trying to catch her, and there's like Sarlacc pits all over the place. So there's more than one Sarlacc.
very, very cool.
Ugh.
So does anybody have anything else?
No.
I know that we beat Bad Batch to death. We kind of threw out some theories. I'm trying to do some stalling to wait for JoJo to get back.
I've had such a good time with y'all.
Slave 7.
and Jordan indicated he'll be with us in just a moment. So let's see here. So besides Slave 12,
Let me ask y'all a question right quick before we push forward. Okay, so I posted on TikTok earlier a meme, and it says there are 3 types of well-written villains. Number 1, Darth Vader, the one that you can almost feel sorry for. Type 2, which is that ugly green dude that we was talking about a few episodes ago that I forgot his name. The one that you hate with a burning passion. And then type 3, which is Maul, the ones that are too epic to hate. Where would you put Crosshair in them villains? Where would you rate him at?
Maybe too epic to hate because I just like him a lot, but I don't hate him. But probably the one you feel sorry for.
Number 1. It's got to be.
I'm going for number 3. He's just too epic to hate him. It's like, dude, if he wanted to kill you, he could. The dude don't miss. And we can tell that by the last episode because he shot like 4 people at one time. Like that dude could kill you in like multiple different ways. So he's just too epic to hate. That's why that's my thing.
I think mine will be just that you're too sorry for him because throughout this last episode, it was just all about him being left behind and abandoned. And that kind of tugged at heartstrings for me. So I would say feeling sorry for him.
Yeah, but I gotta agree with Kyle on this. I kind of put him at 3 because I would be more afraid of Hunter getting a hold of me than Crosshair. Because like if Hunter's like beating me up, I did something pretty freaking good to piss him off, and then it'd go.
Hey, nobody brought that up. Do you know nobody brought that up the way that the Hunter just manhandled Crosshair?
Yep.
In their little fight scene, he just manhandled him. Like he wasn't that. He was just spinning and throwing him around, and he was flipping with him. And like Crosshair had no hope at all. Like Crosshair is very bad if he ain't got a gun to shoot you. Like his overall
That's
fight.
what I'm saying. Like I put Hunter first because like I said, if you make Hunter mad and he gets a hold of you, like the man uses his hands more than he uses his weapons. Like he likes his knife, yeah, don't get me wrong. But like if me and him got in a ring, we were gonna box, I'd be terrified of what
Hunter or Wrecker. Who do you think will win?
Hunter. Wrecker uses his blind rage or his excitement to be more predictable. Hunter is not predictable. You don't know what Hunter is going
Hunter is more of a tactician.
Yes.
What are you talking about? Wrecker beat up a Rancor. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, but
I don't care
Are we
how
going
technician
hand-to-hand
you are
fight
if you
or
can't
what?
hurt somebody.
Okay, hold on.
You said in a fight, you did not put rules on it.
Yeah. So
Yeah, in a fight, if he's fighting him, how is he That's like Pee Wee Herman fighting Zeus. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can have all the technical stuff that you want, but if you can't hurt this man.
Been
I don't know.
exchanged.
We saw in Batman vs Superman. Batman won, so
Well, he had kryptonite. That don't count. You know what I'm saying?
It does count because he was tactically wise on how to defeat his adversary.
I think Superman would win, but we're getting off topic.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. So we enjoyed having Jordan with us today, and we're going to have him back whenever he's not working so hard. This is the hardest I've actually seen this man work in 5 years. Jordan, we appreciate he got that smile. Good deal. We appreciate you coming on and being involved with us. We want you to be more involved next time. Do you have anything, brother, before we wrap up?
Next time I'll be in full-on Boba Fett helmet.
Nice.
So basically, we're going to have our own little Star Wars celebration right there in the western part of North Kakalaka. So, Garrison, do you have anything else before you commit your life and you are sentenced?
Any final words?
Yeah, any
I'm
last
excited.
words?
As much as we joke about it, I'm excited. I found my Padme.
Oh, that is so sweet. But I do have 3 words for you.
I will kill children for her.
Oh!
Dead man walking.
That escalated quickly.
Dead man walking.
Wow!
That's pretty harsh.
I was just gonna
I'm
say
just playing. Everybody relax.
Often on this podcast,
Slave 19.
Right.
often on this podcast, we go to very dark places.
Dude,
Well,
That's
it's because
We're
we
all
have
friends.
it's because we have Darth Kyle, who is the master, and we have Darth Garrison, who is the student who wants to kill his master and take his place. And so he's wanting to kill a bunch of kids for his Padme, which is darkly sweet. It's kind of like that semi-sweet dark chocolate from Hershey's. It's great, but it's dark.
No!
TJ, any last thoughts, brother?
Loyalty is everything.
Fair enough. Charlie, any last thoughts for you?
no, but I've had so much fun this week, you guys. I really have.
Good deal. Kyle, any last words?
Slave 36.
I would like to, as my last words, I would like to give a special shout out to a listener that reached out to us on Instagram by the name of Beardy McBeardison. Awesome name.
Epic username.
Epic username. He says that he and his kids listen to our show, and we really appreciate him. Anybody that wants to reach out on any of our socials, please feel free to do so. We'll give you a shout out. Email us, write us, IG us, Snapgram us, InstaChat, TikTok, whatever it is. Reach out to us. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, CJ's got his hand raised.
All right, I want to do a quick shout out before we get out of here. We have a couple listeners on my end, on my side, that I personally work with, and I just stopped working with them as of yesterday. They're a great company. They're a great family. They're huge Star Wars fans. I want to give a shout out to Sam and Steve Ransom. They listen to us every week. I just want to give them a shout out. I want to appreciate them for listening to me, dealing with my nerdiness at work, and just being a great support system.
We want to shout out to all of our dozens and dozens of fans that we have. You're loyal listeners, and we appreciate you so much. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, reach out to us. Reach out to us anyway. You get a shout out. We'll have a little fun with it, especially if you have epic usernames. Garrison, Dead Man Walking, we love you. We hope that you and your Padme will be very happy together. Don't kill too many kids at the Jedi Temple. Seriously, we won't have Garrison for the next couple weeks because he will be at his wedding on his honeymoon. We wish him nothing but the best. And to everyone that listens to us and don't listen to us, may the Force be with you.
Thank you for tuning into LSR. If you enjoyed the show, consider subscribing so you can be notified when new episodes are released. If you would like to be a guest on the show or just want to give us some feedback, feel free to email us. You can also reach out to us on all major social media platforms. They're linked in the show notes below. Lightsaber Radio is produced by Pick Film Media and is a Swaycast original, starring Charlie Harwood, Garrison Turcott, CJ Elliott, and Carl McDaniel. And don't forget to join us next time for more adventures in a galaxy far, far away.